Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. During the last part, I covered 5 Veersmith levels, so in this part, I'll be covering at least 4 or 5 more Veersmith levels, starting up with this one, Gravel Grove by OfficialMemeGuy, with 35 plays and a score of 6. As always, if you want one of your levels to be featured in a future part like this one, please leave both the level name and level ID either in the comment section below or direct message me on Twitter. Also, as always, the full disclaimer of this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all the levels I cover in these parts, so if you want to check if your level is covered, expand the description. This level was one of the submissions to the Mega Man Maker level design challenge titled Nature's Rat. It did pay off to ignore all these signs. That's why I always check the screen boundaries. The objective of this level design challenge was to create a nature-oriented stage, using only nature-themed enemies and special weapons. Checkpoint placement is on point. In fact, it's a bit more generous. Not that I'm complaining. This stage's main gimmicks are the crash lifts. This is probably the third and final segment of the stage, judging by the increase in difficulty. That was super lucky of me to land on top of that platform. One more segment left, I guess. Should have known that would happen. Hopefully I don't clip through one of the platforms. No thank you, I don't want to risk falling through the platforms. knowing this engine, but it's entirely doable, and this was a nice climax to this entire stage. Overall, it was an above average to almost good level. Good work, Official Meme Guy. This boss battle was a nice ending to the stage. It gets my seal of approval. Second level on the lineup is Aero Hardcore by CODIJOYN, with 14 plays and a score of 2. This is a hard mode version of the stage Aero Man, also by CODIJOYN. I played that a few parts back. The punishment for failing here is a lot greater, so I recommend playing that stage first before you play this level. The first dead of many. Gyres. If I get knocked off into the spikes, I'm dead. I was lucky that my invulnerability frames lasted for long enough. If only I could damage boost on top of those platforms. And yet I clip right through. Thanks, engine. A bit too low there. But I know I can pull this one off. That's what I was trying to do. Here I am, this time with a successful attempt. And I need to climb upwards here, so I'll do a safety reset. Especially when that can happen because there's no safety net. Made it after 5 attempts. Alas, that was the final challenge of the stage. Now onto the boss battle. The chances of dying there aren't as high as on the previous segments though. Mainly because there is a lack of spikes. Certainly a step up in difficulty compared to the original Arrow Man, but still entirely doable. I'd only recommend playing this stage if you have some practice with using the Super Arrow. Third level on the lineup is Power Plant Delight by QueenMonika, with 4 plays and a score 2. Starting off in a windmill farm, judging by the background, that is. We will unlock a full arsenal of special weapons along the way. Case in point, I need the Thunder Beam to access that area. So, I will probably return back to there in the near future. Same with this area. I need to go up there first. So the first special weapon we get is the Shadow Blade. The first new special weapon, that is. Will this be helpful? Yes, indeed. A rather ineffectual Tama. This marks the point in the stage where I need to backtrack. An even more ineffectual Tama. It was pointing in the wrong direction. Before climbing up this section with all the elect blocks and watchers, I want to see what's to the left. It was for the Crystal Eye. That's probably either the boss's weakness and or a mandatory weapon. I wish there was a shortcut in this segment that you can unlock by using a special weapon. For instance, make it the Crystal Eye or something. For instance, wall off a spinning top at the bottom part of that section, block it off by using either the Crystal Eye or the Thunder Beam, and then once you gain access to either of those special weapons, you can use it to shorten the trek back. I'm only missing access to the Firestorm, so let's get it. Is this a bottomless pit? There's something more to this stage, as that boss door looked like it was leading to the final boss battle of this level. I see. I need to return back here with the block dropper. It's probably either to the right or above me. It was above me, of course. Remember that alcove that I skipped? Or fell past? I need to go to there first, then collect Eye Slasher, then go over there. So the Crystal Eye was a mandatory special weapon. In a way, this feels like a weapon capsule relay level, as every special weapon that you acquire requires a previous special weapon in the chain. If I did this stage in completely the right order, I would have completed this stage probably 4 or 5 minutes ago. Time to backtrack upwards and finish the level. That is, if that's actually the end of the level. I really wish there was an extra checkpoint over here, so in case you died, you wouldn't have to recollect all these special weapons. But remember, all the segments below this part of the stage were all optional. I only went through all of that because I wanted to show off all the level as well as get the boss's weakness, which is probably the firestorm. It isn't. It's actually the crystal eye. So there wasn't really a reason to get the firestorm, or the other two special weapons, because usually in these sorts of weapon capsule relay levels, the final special weapon you get is the strongest against the boss. Fourth level on the lineup is Man Guts by Kun Fu Cuts Man, with 33 plays and a score of 11. Is this going to be a remix of Gutsman's level from Mega Man 1? I only have access to jumping and shooting in this stage. We had nice introductions to the Picket Men and both types of mets, as well as the killer bullets. A few of these level structures feel familiar, but other ones are completely new. For instance, this screen reminds me of the introductory screen in Gutsman stage, which introduced you to the Gutsman platforms over a pit. This stage does a much better job at introducing its gimmick. In fact, that was the last part of this stage. In general though, this is a much better version of Gutsman stage in comparison with the original. All the gimmicks and enemies are first introduced in safer environments and gradually escalated. Although the climax of this stage, aka the final stretch, could have been done a bit better. Overall, this was a decent remix. Props go out to you, Kun Fu Cuts Man. So the fifth and final level of the part is Crash Man Remixed by SonicBioniclemaster with 17 plays and a score of 4. As the title states, this is going to be a remix of Crash Man's stage from Mega Man 2. Some notable changes are that the crash list segments are a lot different. Plus, the Mets we're encountering here are from Mega Man 4, not from Mega Man 2. These are the Metars, not the Metals. Not to mention, the overall stage design has been changed. Barely anything is the same. I was meaning to do a quick weapon swap back to the Mega Buster, but it failed. We even have the Watchers from Elect Man stage from Mega Man 1. I don't really need that, as the boss fight at the end is only Crash Man. And seeing how this stage is progressing, the boss battle against Crash Man will probably be on the more vanilla side. The lingering question is whether I have his weakness or not. Guess I'll have to rely on only the Mega Buster. And there we have it. That was a short remix of the stage. In comparison with Man-Gut's remix, this felt inferior and forgettable. Sorry, SonicBioniclemaster. So overall, out of the 5 levels I covered in this episode, my favorite level would definitely be Gravel Grove by OfficialMemeGuy, with an honorable mention going to Man-Guts by Kun Fu Cuts Man, as that was a nice remix of the original Guts Man stage. The remix would have been even better if this engine actually had the Guts Man platforms, as this level would have actually introduced the Guts Man platforms properly, unlike Mega Man 1. So in the next part, I'll be covering several more Veersmith levels. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!